In the United States, 60% of households have pets, half of whom are rescues. According to the ASPCA, over 6 million companion animals enter U.S. shelters each year, and as a result of the overpopulation and lack of space, some shelters are forced to uphold euthanasia policies. Rescue and shelter animals may have traumatic pasts, but they do love more passionately than any other. In this presentation, I will be talking about adoption, reasons to adopt, and everything a first-time adopter needs to know. Less than 2% of cats and 15% of dogs that are missing are returned to their owners due to lack of microchips or tags. When animals are picked up by these organizations, they are thoroughly checked to make sure an owner is found. Sometimes an owner isn't found, in which case the animal has to find a new home. Did you know that there are more homeless animals than people? Over 60% of the world's cats and dogs are strays. Not all shelter animals are mutts. 30% of animals in shelters are purebred, actually. A large majority of shelter animals are already healthy, vaccinated, and ready to go. This is a chart of all the behavioral tests and programs and screenings that animals that are in shelters have to go through before they find a new home. Adopting shelter animals is often discouraged by the misconception that they are all on their last legs. According to a study published in the Macedonian Veterinary Review, 96% of dog shelters have dogs that are under the age of 2, proving that dogs of all ages are available. This is just some information for first-time adopters. Be prepared for a long list of double checks and possible disappointment in the pursuit of adopting a specific animal. And most of the time, it's not always going to be because the animal doesn't like you or whatever. Sometimes an animal needs a certain environment, or the people found a better fit of a family for this animal, and you will find another one. Shelters usually post their dogs and cats online, so even if there isn't a breed you want near you, many websites have dogs and cats from all over the country who need homes. You can even put a filter on it and look for specific breeds. Adoption applications are required by all private shelters. Some organizations have you complete this form before you meet any pets, and other organizations do not have you complete it until after you select a pet. Just be prepared for any situation. Bringing home a new animal is never easy for you or them. It just takes time to adjust. Most people are afraid that their animal will have hidden health issues or behavioral problems if they adopt from the shelter, but shelters properly examine all animals that come into their care. In comparison to many breeders and pet shops, they are more thorough at doing this. And this is a pie chart, kind of a joke, but really all animals really want is food, water, place to go to the bathroom, but mainly they want love. They want to be around you, they want to protect you. They really are man's best friend. And well, same with cats. Cats have adopted kind of a stigma that they're not very nice, but if you've ever owned a cat, they're the sweetest. And sometimes you'll get an occasional not very nice one, but a majority of them want to cuddle, want to get a scratch. Reasons to adopt. Rescues tend to build bigger bonds than dogs raised from breeders. Show an animal who has seen the worst that it is loved. For most animals living in shelters, they have been abused or just plain haven't had a family in a very long time. Stop cruelty in mass breeding facilities. Animals that come from puppy mills spend their whole lives in cages, as well as the bloodline health risks and defects are not always talked about. Save a life. Some of these animals are on waiting lists to be put down as a result of overpopulation in shelters. The importance of companion animals cannot be overstated, nowadays especially, because most of these animals come from shelters and rescues. They are extremely passionate and strong-willed. Choosing to adopt animals from shelters or rescue groups has many benefits, but understanding what it means to rescue animals, why we rescue them, and the best ways to go about it is also essential. And these are just my sources, and there's going to be 2 pages of them.